loves. Welcome to your timeless mythos reading here at Soulfire Mythos Messages. I'm so grateful you're here, whether you're a returning subscriber or if you're just joining us for the first time. Please know you are very welcome. You are wanted here, and you are completely safe with me and my allies. I am Christina. I'm a doctor of Chinese medicine and an intuitive channel. And today the archetype stepping forward for you is Ragnelle of Arthurian legend. And Ragnelle is offering the message that your life unlocks when you choose for yourself. We will explore how this energy is moving through your life in just a moment. But a little business while we get some cards. So first, if this found you, trust that something in it is meant for you. And because it's a collective reading, be aware that there are different messages for different people in this. Take the parts that resonate, leave what doesn't. Those parts are for someone else. There is something in here for all of us. When a moment does hit home, like the reading, to claim the energy in, you have to pull that tendril of spirit towards you. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click on the subscribe button so future Mythos messages will tune in more directly to your frequency. I open in and invite in these archetype energies and put this together by directly channeling with the intention of helping subscribers first. But as I said before, again, remember that if you clicked in, even if it's your first time here, there is something here for you. There's a reason you found this reading today. So now let's all take a deep breath in. And let's step once more into the mythos together. So the story of Ragnelle. So from Arthurian legend, so that's King Arthur from the British Islands, right? And her story, she was known as the Sovereignty Woman, or you could say she's the one who teaches about true agency. So this was one of the stories of King Arthur's life, right? And the idea was that his life depended on answering the riddle that men, I think, have been asking through all of history. What do women most desire? And on his quest to find it, Lady Ragnelle appeared, and she was monstrous, old, twisted, ugly. She held the answer, but she demanded marriage first to Arthur's companion, Sir Gawain. Now, Gawain agreed with integrity, with compassion, and also with love for his dear friend who was going to die. As a courtly knight in the Arthurian court, Gawain was filled with integrity and honor. On their wedding night, she became an absolutely beautiful woman, to his shock. It turned out she was under a curse where she could choose one or the other. She could be in one form during the day and one form during the night. It could be one or the other, though, and so she asked Gawain to choose her form. Would she be beautiful by day or by night? He, being the courtly knight of honor that he was, refused to choose for her. He gave the decision back to her own hands, and her curse was broken the moment her sovereignty was honored. So we see her as the archetype coming through of our self-authority, our agency, and ending the habit of self-betrayal for the comfort of others. Ragnelle is appearing for you today because you are ready to claim your own choices. You are ready to stop shaping yourself around other people's expectations. She appears at the moment you stop shrinking. You stop silencing your own needs. You stop waiting for permission to live in your truth. And so we have here the Judgment card immediately in rebirth. I'm sorry, in the reverse, but in rebirth. The Judgment is rebirth and redemption energy. This is the angel calling souls up. This is about rebirth. In the reverse, this is less about rebirth and more about a coming home to yourself. This is about taking yourself back. You know, Ragnelle is here when we've been living too small. We've been shrinking our own truth, over accommodating, bending yourself, contorting yourself 1,000 different ways for other people's comfort. So again, her presence is saying that your life unlocks when you choose for yourself, choosing first to come back to yourself, back to your sovereignty, back to a calm, grounded return to your own innate authority. This is a call to get clarity around what you actually want, where you've given your power away in your life, where you need to be done with performing or pleasing others, where you're ready to speak up with your real voice, bringing your gifts into this world. This is about stopping negotiating about your needs and stepping into the life that fits you. And now I'm going to pull here. We typically do from the Wild Mystic Oracle a card for the energy underlying this reading. Ragnelle, dear Spirit, what is the energy underlying this reading today? We have intention. Oh, and that's a beautiful squid. Oh, I love that. Intention. So here we're talking about this, reclaiming yourself, reclaiming your voice, bringing your intention, your own knowing into the equation. Wow. Okay. What a pack of energy. So angel, angel, upside down in the upright, judgment and temperance. And then we have the Six of Swords in the upright and the Six of Wands in the reverse. This is wonderful. So this is reclaiming yourself. So judgment in reverse, that rebirth energy. But again, it's coming home. It's not creating something new. It's coming home to yourself. You're returning to your own authority today. You are choosing yourself. Six of Swords. You are choosing yourself. You are moving away from what has not served you. It doesn't matter what's on the other side of this river. It's better than what's been here, okay? Because it's the life that you choose. It's the world that you choose. Choosing yourself with clear-mindedness, with steady courage, honoring what you truly, actually want. And here we see the Six of Wands in the reverse. Six of Wands is about the adoration, the adulation that we receive when we've accomplished a big triumph. And we're saying here, stop worrying about what other people think. It doesn't matter. They're not living your life. And we also can't show up just to receive the applause of other people. That's not what our souls came here for. It's nice. It feels really good to be validated. Who doesn't love it? But that is not what is most important in any way, shape, or form. And then we have the Temperance card in the upright. Temperance here, I'm using the Rider-Waite deck today, by the way, because it just matches so beautifully with this Arthurian energy. The Temperance card in the upright, we're looking at inner alchemy. We're looking at our own balance. We're looking at reclaiming sovereignty and with grace. It doesn't need to be a huge battle. It doesn't need to be conflict or strife. Simply allowing this inner alchemy to take place. Your life unlocks when you choose for yourself, says Ragnelle. Now I want to see here, Spirit, what are we not seeing in this situation? What is the hidden energy, the part that has been escaping us so far in this story or in this opportunity? Keep your heart open. Choosing yourself. You know, when we first start learning about boundaries, it is so common to kind of go like far in the other direction. It's like a teeter-totter, right? You've been too far in one direction, erasing yourself, giving yourself away, pleasing others. And then we tend to go too far in the other direction, which can be almost a little combative or closed-hearted, saying, you know what, that's not my problem, that's your problem. We can have boundaries, we can have sovereignty, we can have control and keep our heart open. So this piece here, as we're finding this invitation into deeper sovereignty, deeper reclamation of your own power, of how you can speak your truth, your absolute truth, without shrinking and without being combative. When we are confident in ourselves, that is not the loudest person in the room. That is not the one who is pushing or forcing. Confidence can walk softly. Confidence can speak with grace, with empathy and compassion. So true self-power, this mastery of the self, this reclaiming of the self, this stepping into the life, the identity, the phase that truly suits me and my spirit the most. And I'm curious, Spirit. You know me, I'm always a little curious. I'm curious as we look at this opportunity and this beautiful image of Ragnelle with her feet planted down, her heart toward the sun in eclipse, the sun and moon together. I am curious as we look at this opportunity to unlock our life. Our life unlocks. Your life unlocks when you choose for yourself. What is most helpful to look at or keep in mind with regards to this? What is most helpful? And I'm really thinking temperance here, because I think it has a lot to do with this idea of keeping your heart open. But yeah, let's dive into that. What is the inner alchemy? What is more of this part that we need in order to really take advantage of this beautiful energy of choosing for yourself? And you note in this story, she wasn't fighting. She wasn't begging. You know, she wasn't any extreme. She knew what she looked like. She did ask for what she wanted. She asked for what she needed. She needed a knight to marry her to break the curse. Not just to marry her, though, to give her choice, to see her, not just a beautiful woman or an old crone, not the physical. You know, when you feel seen, it's not because somebody looks at you and says, oh, what a hottie. It's because they look at you and they look in your eyes and they see you. They see your soul. They see your divinity, your sovereignty. Divine union with the lovers is on the table. So we're seeing here this beautiful idea of connection, not to public adoration that comes from accomplishment, but connection that comes from actual, true, deep seeing. From allowing yourself to be seen, which is very vulnerable, it's very intimate, and from seeing others. When we learn about our own boundaries, it's about actually our own behavior. Boundaries are about protecting other people from us as much or more than protecting us from them. Boundaries are about what I do. Boundaries aren't about what you do, they're about what I do. Once again, so we have the Fool in reverse. In the upright, the Fool is about a new beginning. It's about bringing your curious heart and mind in. And in the context of this, as we look at this inner alchemy, you're being told again, this isn't a brand new beginning for you. This is work you've done. This is work you've done, love. You have been on this path. You have been cultivating yourself. You have been praying. You have been lighting candles. You have been doing ritual. You have been confronting the ugly inside yourself. Oh, there it is. Confronting the ugly inside yourself. That's shadow work. Confronting it, not to push it away, but to integrate it, to acknowledge I'm a whole human being. I am a whole human being, and every one of us has beauty inside us, and every one of us is ugly inside us. That's the yin and yang of it. That's the balance of our nature as the meeting point of heaven and earth, as we say in Taoist philosophy. So this is not a new story. This is not a new path for you. This is something you have been working on, and it's about setting your intention here once again. deepening your relationship, opening your heart and allowing your energy to spiral deeper and deeper into this understanding of your own sovereignty, your own power. Nobody makes you do a thing in this life. It is your choice always. We have the Lovers and the King of Swords. Lovers energy, divine union, and a choice. Particularly a choice. Now we see here these beautiful lovers. So of course, if we were in a different context, this could be romantic energy. Well, how about in this context? How about you romance yourself? How about you love yourself so passionately and so deeply that you're willing to be in your power with clarity, with ease, with the logic and the strength and the clear seeing of the King of Swords. I love this card so much. He has every kind of airiness around him, it seems, just about. Air and metal energy, if you're a Chinese medicine fan. We're looking at metal as we look at the Suit of Swords. And so this energy is clear seeing, far seeing, strategic seeing. This is being well balanced and logical. This is about the kind of accomplishment that comes from a willingness to hone yourself repeatedly, coming back to this pattern over and over, coming back to your self-love over and over, coming back to your clear seeing. Am I ready to pare away? Am I ready to release another part that is not me, that is not actually mine? I don't have to keep it anymore. I'm willing to see it. I'm willing to do the work of releasing it, of removing it from my world, because I don't need that story anymore. I don't need that mythology about myself anymore, Ragnelle is telling us. I can be in a space of true self-reclamation, which means acceptance as well. We're not here to be perfect beings. We're not here to aspire to be, try to become perfect beings. What nonsense. What's perfection? Perfection is a myth that stops us from being as good as we could be. It's a way that we beat ourselves to death and stop ourselves from reaching for our fullest potential because we fixate on an imaginary idea that never has and never will exist. Let's get one last card from the universe. What is the last closing message, Spirit? Oh, 2. They all play with me like this. I'll say, I want one, and they'll say, you can have 6. Today it's 2. I'm grateful. Don't think otherwise. We have rebel. And what do we have? You can't make this up. Sovereignty as the queen. So we are here in the mythos energy of the Sovereignty Woman of Arthurian legend, and out comes sovereignty. But rebel, be a revolutionary. Look at this beautiful character. Look at Eve. Look at her with the beautiful snake. Did you know that the snake is the symbol of the ancient goddess of the divine feminine? That's why it was turned into evil in the story of patriarchal religions. Eat that apple. Eat that apple of knowledge, of wisdom, of understanding yourself, of understanding that the snake never has been and never will be an evil being. That is divine feminine energy. That is kundalini energy, coiling. That is your DNA. That is the double helix. And then the queen, sovereignty. Knowing your worth, owning your worth, never apologizing for it, never shrinking yourself for other people's comfort ever again, and allowing that I can do that and be full of grace. I can do that and be full of beauty. I can do that and be full of kindness and heart-centeredness. These are not opposites. Your life unlocks when you choose for yourself, my loves. Are you ready to turn that key? Oh, love, I so hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If something hit home for you, and I know it did, please drop a like or a comment on the reading. It helps me out. And be gentle with yourself, okay? And I'll see you in the next video.